Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Biome Exile SMP. Today the plan is to go back to the Nether, but we're not going to be doing anything really too interesting in the Nether. I just want to try and make the passageway to get to the Nether Fortress a bit more interesting and a bit more safe. Though you may notice I have a ton of pumpkin pie, even though I made this chicken farm last episode. I haven't really had, or it really hasn't had much time to make stuff. I've got 8 cooked chicken in there, whereas I'm quite easily able to craft pumpkin pie. I mean, what does it require? Eggs, which that thing is still there and creating quite a few eggs, pumpkins, and sugarcane / sugar, which I get from the sugarcane. So stack of that, you know, 64 of those, so technically 4 stacks, and then, you know, it's a stack of pumpkin pie. That's pretty damn good. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I am going to get... I don't actually think I need anything else. I think I might need a furnace, but we can bring some cobblestone with us. And yes, I'm sort of sorting out my chest a bit. I've got this design, which is like trying to filter everything so that, you know, blocks, I'm not using, like, wasting an extra space where a block could in theory stack. And it's not the greatest, most elegant solution, but I like to merge everything every so often to kind of reduce a space use. But that's besides the point. Just want to quickly check again how this is doing. 8, so it's not really increased. All these guys have grown. These guys haven't, obviously, otherwise they'd be dead. But yeah, let's go into the Nether and we can see what we're going to start dealing with. Right, so once again, this is the view that we get when we come out of the portal. I've moved slightly out of it, obviously, to negate that effect, but this is what we see when we leave the portal. We got this sort of big area, which I definitely want to sort of renovate this area, make it maybe look a bit more like lived in, I guess. So we actually, you know, it's a kind of like a balcony, I guess, area. So I'll probably change the netherrack out for some stuff. I'll probably, well, it won't go as far as the lava, but I'll maybe replace the floor with a few items, maybe some wood and stuff like that, and have a little balcony thing. I think it'll be nice. It will stop us falling over, and it will, well, it'll do three things. It will stop us falling off, it will look nicer, and also, if we light it up properly, also it will stop mob spawning. Which it'll do anyway. And I just noticed the guy's got a pumpkin on his head. I've seen a lot of it. I went in here earlier to test everything out, or test a few things out, and check some chests, and I found out I got 4 wither skeletons down here, none of which actually gave me anything, which sucked. But yeah, they had 2 of them, I think, had pumpkins on, which was pretty amusing. So I'm just going to quickly go down here, and then we can kind of explain a few things. So I've taken the lights out of this area because I want these guys to spawn. Obviously, when it comes to a point where we want to actually use the proper wither skeleton thing, we will, you know, light this place up, slash we will, you know, actually half slab the area, because for now it's pretty damn... Oh, another skeleton and a wither skeleton. I am still after these guys. I've not had a lucky drop yet, which sucks. Oh, I didn't realize that he'd die in one hit. That kind of sucked. But yeah, I've not been lucky enough. God damn it! I've not been lucky enough for another wither skull yet. So I'm still stuck at 1 of those. I think I had some when I died here originally for the first time. I think I lost 1 or 2, but yeah, not got any sense. So. This will also, by the way, eventually get torn down, but today, this is not where we're going to be focusing on, though this is going to be a useful place because I want to build with nether brick to kind of keep in a theme, and where's a massive, you know, supply of nether brick, you know, another fortress that I need to tear down anyway. Yeah, it's great. Instead of having to, you know, deal with a furnace or whatever, which I do have the materials for, obviously, but yeah, I've taken everything out of there that we can use, and, you know, we can deal with that when we get to it. And it really sucks that... Slightly sucks that I did this whole thing to myself. Come on. Nope, I need a sword. Come on, drop a skull. Drop a skull. Damn. Well, the furnace is never going to run out at this rate, so that's fine. But yeah, I need to get back to the actual area now. It's a bit safer than this entire area, and hopefully we don't die on the way there. Right, here we are. I also learned on the way back here, the one reason I really rarely keep my bow in my other hand is because if you try and eat while you have a bow in your other hand, you generally end up shooting yourself if you're walking at the same time. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, I have a plan, obviously, for this area. And what I wanted to do is use both this and also maybe the other side as well. The thing I'm thinking as well is I come out of this area, so maybe I want to focus on this one and then do this one separately, like fill this one back in. But what I wanted to do is use this three-way part already that we have. It's a block out of here, so it's kind of like already pushed out a bit, which would also mean I have to pull this one out a bit as well. But use this to go down to the correct, you know, Y level of the fortress, because I want to focus. If you may notice here, I've also double torched this area, but you may notice I'm like halfway up into the fortress. What I want to change that to is I want to be on the base level of the fortress so that we can just kind of have an actual entrance. So I'm going to set that all up. And what I'm going to do as well is, because you can see I've got this extra long amount of line, even though we do have to go a few blocks lower, you know, it's not going to use up this line here. I'm not going to use stairs. I want to use slabs as well. So block slab, block slab, block slab, for example, just to get it like kind of looking nicer, I think. So I'm going to dig out the area that I need to dig out on at least the other side, and then I will see how I feel about doing it on this side as well. But this one's, I think, less likely for now, because I then have to fill this in and get rid of all that, and I've got to deal with soul sand down there, whereas I don't think I'm going to have to worry as much over here. So yeah, I'm going to see you when I've got to the correct Y level and mined all this out, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. So I feel like it was a case of, you know, those times where you say you're going to do one thing and then you just go above and beyond what you need to do. That's what we've ended up doing. I said I was going to mine it out, but I've gone and mined out both parts, filled in the other bit that was previously there, and also put some stairs in there. Or slabs, rather. So I have done this, and also this, on both sides. I have a lot of netherrack, a few bits of nether brick, because I've been tearing down the fortress while I'm at it, which is why my pickaxe is kind of lower than normal. I like to keep it near max, even though, like, it doesn't matter because it's mending, but that's, I guess, why it's always kept near max, because I don't use it long enough. You know, I don't use it long enough where I'm not getting experience, but these guys are really my main source of experience here, and I don't want to exactly attack them. So it's not 100% finished, but I think we might leave it like that for the moment. Maybe I might add some walls. I just need to get some more nether brick and stuff. But yeah, it's half slabbed all the way down. I've got lighting, which I still need to sort out how I'm going to do that. The only reason I've done lighting is because I don't want anything spawning here. Though it doesn't really matter too much, because this up to here should not be in the bounding box of this bit of fortress, because, you know, the bounding box should stop here. So as long as this is above Y level, or not Y level, light level 12, nothing really should spawn here. Or above 11, but at 12, then nothing should spawn there. But I do want to do some better lighting for this. I'll probably, the plan was to do some lighting on the wall, I think. But I don't know. I was going to have like the wall here, then the lighting on this level, which actually might work, because if I do that on both sides, then I just have to use only one for the center. So I'm only using, you know, I'm not using 4 of however many I need to do. It's only 3. It just kind of saves us a bit. Considering I'm using sea lanterns as well instead of glowstone, because, you know, there's a lot of glowstone. I want contrast to what's naturally occurring around here. Then I'm going to have to pay for those from the shop, which means obviously I'm going to get to spend less money. So that's pretty cool. So yeah. I will, I guess I'll go quickly down to the fortress. You can see the bits I've started to tear away, and then we can sort of talk about what the next plan is. Okay, so the way of getting up here... Oh, that actually could have gone really badly. Please don't move. Thank you. The way of getting up here is slightly more awkward than it is to actually get to the sort of base platform, and that's because this up here, I obviously started from the top, is where I've been starting to get rid of some stuff. So if you remember, up here was similar to this area here, where it was like, I think it was 3, 1, 2, 3, no, it might have even been 4. I think it was 4, maybe 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas that had cages pretty much. And basically, I've torn those down to get the resource we want, and I also need to obviously start tearing down it in, you know, internally. Because what I think I'm going to leave it as is just the basic way of getting here. So, if we go back over down here, just check there's nothing that we need to worry about. Any guys down there? Nope, doesn't look like it. So what I want to do is, god damn it, is not get hit and set on fire. And there we go. So the way of getting to this location from the stairway is through here. So this is where the stairway starts. We come over here, come through here, up these stairs. We will then go around here, left or right, through here, turn left, and we'll go straight there. What I want to do is basically, because I'm going to need a lot of nether brick, because I want to actually use nether brick actually as sort of the slab that not the slab here, because I think I want to, you know, make sure I know where the bounding kind of box is for this sort of stuff. So this stuff is eventually going to get removed for the half slabs here. But the way of getting it for certain areas for, you can do 3 layers, but if you do it, you can do another layer above pretty much in a certain way. We'll get to that when we actually do that on an episode. But that requires us to use nether brick instead. We can't use the slabs because otherwise they won't spawn. Well, we can use nether brick slabs, but not these type of slabs because otherwise the mobs we want won't spawn on them rather. So yeah, that'll all get done eventually. But what I want to do is use the nether brick slabs to slab the entire of the nether that we're going to be doing. Which might be a bit insane considering how many we have, but we get like 2 slabs from 1 block, and there's quite a lot of blocks here. And, you know, we can get rid of all this stuff, and then all that fortress in there, which we don't need. What on earth? I think I found an invisible blaze. What on earth? That's really weird. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically the point. What I want to do is sort of, the structures like this, I'll probably keep, but obviously I'll half slab everything in here or light it up at the minimum. I'm not sure if we can light it up and prevent spawning properly. If we can, that would be nice for these sorts of areas. I'll put like glowstone in the floor and stuff like that, at whatever. I think I've got invisible blazes going after me. But yeah, I prefer to like just light the floor instead of half slabbing this area because, you know, stairs and stuff can be a bit awkward with the way I'm doing it. I guess, actually it won't be, but, you know, it's just personal preference. I would like to have this sort of, you know, just flat. But yeah, so if I can light all this up, just sort of have glowstone every, you know, so ever block, then that'll be really cool, and then I can get rid of, like, I can block this off, get rid of this area, block this off, get rid of this area, go through here, block off this area entirely, all that up there, obviously put these fences back in the right places, so let's say there's just 1 in the center there, or however they're doing it, they have two in between, and then I guess, you know, you got 1 there, 2 block, yeah, so that'll work. And same here, we'll get rid of all this. So yeah, it's going to be a massive project. It's going to take forever. Obviously, you got all the stairs over here, all this sort of stuff. So I don't think it's going to be something I do on camera. It's just going to be something I maybe do an update on every so often. Yes! That's our second wither skull. Not even from the part where it was supposed to be using the wither skeleton farm. God. Makes you sometimes feel like it's not exactly the most worthwhile thing when that happens. But yeah, this is nowhere near finished. In fact, I don't even think it's probably going to be functionable because of this. In fact, this thing right here, I'm going to get rid of it right now because we have that one there. Just double checking we do have that one there. Just want to make sure. Plus this place, as I said, is offset slightly, so it's obviously a great way to do it instead of having one right next to where we have our double crossroads. So that way we don't have to, you know, worry about how we're going to build this in relation to this and stuff. But let's drop that. There we go. And now we can pick up this glowstone. And hopefully... that was scary. That's very scary. Right, I'm going to get rid of the bottom ones first, so I don't accidentally, like, fall. But yeah, that's the sort of plan for this area. So that'll hopefully come into fruition sometime soon. Obviously, already got a ton of slabs at the base, so that's really easy for us to do some of this stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna go quickly back to our base and think if we have anything in dire need of doing. If not, we'll probably end off for today. So I'll see you there. Okay, so today's episode is going to be a little bit shorter than I had planned, but I guess I just got stuff done a bit quicker, and I guess, you know, I went ahead quicker than I expected without adding anything extra to the footage. So yeah, going to be a bit shorter than usual, but it is sort of teeing us up to being able to work in the Nether a lot easier. I'm probably going to maybe behind the scenes also do the balcony sort of thing I said, because I don't think that's really episode worthy. And yeah, I guess, you know, that's going to be it for the episode. And I'm going to start planning, or at least seeing how many resources I need in order to get this, what am I trying to say? The Wither skeleton farm sorted out, and how many layers I need, and how many blocks I need for said layers, and which blocks I need, because as I said, I need nether brick for certain layers, and I can use normal slabs for other layers, and then I can also start tearing down the fortress, and then I need to start slabbing the entire area. So while I said slabbing the area is not going to be fully in one episode, I'm not going to be able to do it in one episode, it's a very time-consuming thing. It is going to be part of that episode when we get around to it, and then I can just sort of do a bit in there and carry on in the future after that. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.